Guys, welcome back to After the Island. I'm Elizabeth,
And I'm Leo.
and we have Megan with us today.
Hey!
Hi, how are you? Where are you right now?
I'm in Essex in the UK at my house. So yeah, it's like 5 o'clock at night here. I've got a hair mask in, just got off the Peloton, just whacked a red lip on and was like, oh my God, let's try and look a bit of Love Island glam for you guys.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Wait, that's so funny. I love sleeping with a hair mask in sometimes. So how was your whole Love Island Games experience? Or for anyone new here, what was kind of like your first go around like on the show?
My first time in Love Island was so exciting. Obviously, I'd never done like any TV before. I'm really quite shy. So I was like, I'm probably going to last a week. I'm not going to be like main character energy. And then I went in, and it's weird how competitive you get once you're in there. You don't want to lose, you want to stay in there. And at first, it was like a struggle. I was like finding it really hard to make like a solid connection. I got with Eyal, and that was great. But we just at that point in our lives, we just didn't really have much in common. So like physically, I'm like, oh my God, he's beautiful. But there's so
Yeah.
much time to just chill in between challenges. There wasn't really much like conversation. So then that relationship ended kind of abruptly with me. I don't think before I speak. So I kind of said like, oh, you're not exactly Jim Carrey when he was like, we should have more fun. But I didn't
Wow.
mean it in a bad way.
That's so funny.
I
That's so
didn't mean
real.
it. I just didn't think.
No, that's hilarious. So wait, who was the guy that you had switched to at the time? I'm like, don't remember.
And then I got with Wes. So we coupled up. I
Yes.
must have been coupled up for like a day, or he was actually with a different girl. And then I was like, stuck it on him, factor 50. And then it was Casa Moore. So he disappeared. And then I cracked on with every other guy. It was like a pick a mix. I was like, oh, I'll kiss him. I'll kiss him.
Oh my God. Yeah. And it's funny because like watching Eyal on your season and then watching him now, he does seem like he's a lot more mature and older. Is
Yeah,
that
he
kind of like
seemed
what
like
you
a
felt too?
different.
Like you kind of came across like to me like you had yourself figured out even on the first one and now this one. Like him, I feel like he seemed a lot different.
Yeah, he's definitely like mature, like he's got better looking, I feel. He's got better dress sense. Like, I don't know.
She said, yeah, upgraded.
He was looking so hot. I didn't expect it. I thought like, oh, there has to be like one of my exes or someone I've had some kind of like romantic interest in, whether it's been like inside the villa or outside.
Mhm.
So I didn't really know who it was going to be, but I didn't anticipate him looking so hot. I was like, oh, now what?
It was funny as hell because when you're in soul ties, I literally was like, this girl must be in heat or something because when you're talking to ER, I was dying. You're like, but like one kiss wouldn't hurt. I was like, yeah, I respect it. She said, I'm gonna go crazy for it. Fuck it.
Oh, it
I
was
think I
so
just need to have I think I just need to have a little bit more game. I'm not very smooth. I'm quite direct.
You were
So
straight up be
yeah, it
like,
didn't
give me
work
a kiss right now. Oh my God.
Wait, when you came in, what was it like having to do that battle challenge right away?
Oh God, like it was not the glamorous Love Island entrance I wanted, to be honest. I was in heels and a tiny bikini, and then there's like this whole like boxing helmet, this massive thing, and a podium. And of course, my luck, it's me who's like arse is facing everyone. So every time I have to bend down to pick
No,
up the thing, I'm like,
Yeah, it's like right there.
no.
bad
Terrible.
angle. I was like, no, I haven't even said hi to these people, and I'm like jiggling my ass in their face, like, great.
That is so funny. I remember you asking Steph like at right after. It was Steph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were like, "I just won the challenge for you," and you're not even excited. You're like, "Cheer for me."
Yeah, you're like, that's it?
I think he was like afraid of upsetting Jess because she was like very fiery. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy for both of them," and you were like, "No, I just won. You need to be
Yeah.
happy for me."
And then
Yeah,
in your
like I'm
beach
the
hut,
winner.
yeah, and in your beach hut, it was mad funny because you're like, I don't understand what she was so upset about. You're like, I just came into the villa, he wasn't even talking crazy, and you're like, that just was talking shit the whole time, and I was dying because when she lost, like, I even told Jess it was mad funny when she was laying there like a dead body. And I was like, get up, like it's just a challenge.
I think at that point she was so defeated because I didn't know that she had like a rough time before I even got there. I just
Oh
assumed it was like
no.
plain sailing for everyone. It was all very like
Yeah.
peaceful and stuff.
Yeah.
But apparently she had a bit of a rough ride before I even got there. Then stole her
Wow.
guy. I bet she was like, "Can you just go home already?"
Oh no. And you're with Steph. Were you interested in Steph at all? And then like kind of how did that progress?
Yeah, like it was similar to the Eyal situation. I was like, oh no, I've done it again. Like, of course he's gorgeous. He dresses so nice. But I feel like there was a big like language barrier. I feel like if I
Yeah.
spoke French, it would be fine. But without that, it was kind of hard to like have really in-depth conversations. There's only so much like at this age, especially I'm like 29 now. Like there has to be more than someone having a six pack and being cute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
totally
if there's no banter there, there's no chemistry, then it's kind of like, what's the point? Like just to look good is not enough.
Yeah. So then pretty soon after that. Oh no, you go.
And I kind of went in with the mentality of like, I have to keep coupled up for the games and stuff, but I just can't not be like honest to myself. If I can't like have that spark with someone, it's so hard for me to fake it, especially in there. Don't you think like it's so hard to like force a connection if you don't have that?
I think too, even if you didn't have the connection, even as friends, it'd be hard to like compete in challenges or like you said, if the language barrier was a big thing, it'd be hard to be partnered up with someone, even just for like the little challenges or the games too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did you guys compete as a couple in one of the games? Weren't you which
we
game was it?
It was like
the relationship.
Yeah.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
so bad. So not only did we have the language barrier, we was like blindfolded, and I was just like, what on earth is going on here?
I was trying to say, put it in my mouth. Oh God.
Oh, so
not the clap. I was like, wait.
So then I'm recalling on the plot of the timeline of the show. How soon after that did Kira come in?
Yeah, so we were just kind of like, no, Steph actually left before she came in.
Yeah.
So we were still coupled up, but I kind of knew like we got on as friends, but it wasn't like that romantic connection. And then Steph got sent home. And then Kira walked in and I was like, oh my God, she is like a goddess. She was just sitting out there, was all just like got up from bed. My hair was a mess. I still had like sleep in my eyes, hadn't washed my face, brushed my teeth. And she's just there looking like an absolute queen. I was like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And then she was like, I'm bisexual. I was like, oh my God. Jack Fowler was like, Meg, you haven't stopped smiling all day. I was so happy.
Oh my gosh. Wait, that's
and you could see it. Like you could see how happy you really were.
Yeah, you could. When was like your first conversation with her then? Was it like straight away or did you go get ready and then go back and talk to her?
No, I was thinking she was like fully straight. Like a lot of contestants on Love Island are always like so straight. So I didn't even think she would potentially be bi. So I walked up to her, I was like, oh my girl, my breath stinks. I'm so sorry. I'm so smelly, but give me a hug. Hi. I was like, that was not cute, Meg. If only I knew before, someone could have given me the heads up. Do you know what I mean?
So just so you know, she goes both ways.
Yeah, she actually is from my season and she was bi on my season as well. Like she was like
should have done more research.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you were maybe in the dark with that one. But so then after you find out, did you pull her for a chat or did she pull you for a chat to talk?
I think we both, I think she might have pulled me and then told me that she was like bisexual and I was just like super excited. But it was very full on. And was getting on great, but again after about like 3 or 4 days it's like the conversation wasn't really like flowing as well, and that's like I didn't expect that because we have such of the same like morals and we stand for the same things like women empowerment, bisexual visibility, all of that. I was like, this girl is like me so much and she's stunning, like what could possibly go wrong? But I don't know if it's the environment, but a lot of people were like, oh, you need to like put it on her more, be more forthcoming. And I don't know, I feel like with two girls in a relationship, people, I know it's a cliche of lesbians, like they move in after a week and like get a kitten or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't
Not
force
the
it.
kittens.
No, I
Call
get
it
what you mean.
Daisy.
I feel like it moved too fast, maybe, because even if you look at some of the other relationships in there, like they moved very slow. Like if you look at Justine and Jack, like they have had the entire, timeline of the show to kind of progress along slowly and take their time with it and be kind of like develop their relationship first before like laying it on. And yeah,
Yeah.
Kira, I think you could tell right away as a viewer that she was really into it, like would have wiped you up right then and there. And I think maybe that's where like some of the mismatch started to happen. Tell us about Eyal then. So you walk in and you see him and you're like,
I was like, oh, sir, you've stepped it up a few notches. He was looking so hot. His little flares and his little Cuban heels. I was like, oh, he's got so edgy. Obviously, I was still covered up with Kira and just seeing how things were going. But I couldn't help, like, I fancied him, but I knew in that challenge he was going to pie me. So I couldn't, like, in front of everyone, snog him when I'm going to get pie. I mean, I'm brave, but not that brave.
God.
That's really
See, I
funny. He
can't
gave
handle
you the
that type of
friendliest pie.
backlash.
He literally was so sweet about it. Did you watch it back?
No, but obviously, like, I felt it. I was like, okay, I said to him when I saw him moving in my direction, I was like, watch the hair, please. It takes ages. I've got extensions. Please watch hair. And he was sweet about it.
It's really funny. You need to watch it. He's like,
not like some of them. Did you see the force? If anyone hit with a pie with that
Oh
force,
my
I would
God.
be.
oh, I know. Some of them went like up.
Who was it?
and
I think it was Liberty or something, but someone like put their whole fucking body into it. I was like, oh my God, that's abuse.
So bad.
Terrible.
So in that challenge, you were kind of wait. Also, have you like run into Eyal like out and about in the UK or anything, or in LA? Like,
no, not yet. But
like,
we have
was
like
the last
messaged.
time? Like, was the last time you've seen him your season?
Yeah. So no, actually we hung out like a few times, but I had a boyfriend still, like the guy from Love Island. So it was just like friendly. And then since Love Island Games, I haven't seen him, but we've messaged a little. So I think we plan to like go for a drink.
Oh, nice. Wait,
Just like friends kind of. I'm not asking for a kiss again after that.
Yeah, after your first drink. No, I want to know.
So you get the drinks, and I'll give you a kiss.
Yeah.
He needs to put in some groundwork this time. It's not going to be on a plate how it was in Love Island.
No, I love that. Well, I had actually predicted that he would maybe go for you or switch it up to you solely based on the fact that like I've followed everyone's like background before they went on to the season, and Eyal's ex-girlfriend reminded me, like, I think you're the most similar to who he's previously dated, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I like to think so. I've got a big ego, and I feel like if it wasn't for the medical thing, I would have bagged him. But you've got to back yourself.
Yeah. Wow. So like you were really feeling it, and you think he was too, possibly.
I think I wonder how much time I could have worked on him, but I don't know. Like him and Sally were like super strong. They stayed together till the end, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if because of like the alliance part and the game part of it, like how that would have gone and how the show would have start to shake out then, because that alliance is so strong. But it would have made the games maybe more interesting because then it would have broken up that alliance.
And that's what I kind of think about. Like, you kind of have to put on one side, like, do you do this just for the games? But then, I could have a romantic, like a true romantic interest with this person, but it doesn't fall in between the alliance. And it's like, then you have to wait for the real world to actually pursue the person. And it's kind of like, damn, like they're right there, though.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one because I went in with the like mentality of I just want to win. Like I'm not here for love. Let's be honest. Everyone on the show had already done similar reality shows, and maybe they're here for like to win the games and to boost their profile. Like really, who's here for love? So I was very like pessimistic, I would say. But then when I got in there, you want that when you see couples like Jack and Justine. No. Well, I want that.
Oh, I know. I'd be the same way as you.
FOMO.
I'm here for the games. I'm here for the games, and then I'd be like, "Well, shoot."
Yeah, when you hear them all like giggling,
like a little
and
cuddle buddy wouldn't hurt too bad.
Wait, so with Kira, what was it like in the challenge when you got kind of outed? I think like someone had said, I think Eyal said he had a conversation with Jack, and Jack was like, Eyal, you need to tell Meghan that she has like one day to tell Kira what happened, or like you should tell her or something, or like we should tell her. But then
Then it gets brought up
I
in the
don't know how
game.
much time passed, but then the game came up like very quickly. So I think like you almost like didn't have the time. Like I'm not sure how that really worked out, but the game comes out and you get exposed in the game. What was that like?
Oh God, it was so bad. So obviously I was sick, but I don't think this was aired, but I was like sick that whole day. So there was
Okay.
a big chunk of the day where I was just like resting. And then the game come up and I couldn't believe it. Maura walks in looking like an absolute goddess and then exposes me. I'm like, girl, where's the like British alliance here, please? And Eyal,
Where's the love?
Oh no.
I was so grateful for sitting behind that divide though, because I was sitting on the boys' side, obviously where I'm in the same sex couple.
Yeah.
Thank God,
Yeah.
because imagine sitting amongst all the girls.
No.
I was like, thank God that divide.
And they're like looking at you crazy, like,
Oh
my heart
my
was
God.
pounding, and I was like, no. And Eyal started sweating and just telling them. I was like, no, just stop, just leave it. As just the vampire day was fine. We don't need to tell them about the next one.
He like so slowly says it. Like he can't like get it out. Like it was, you could just tell he was like, oh, don't make me do this.
yeah.
It
At
was
first,
bad.
he was just like, so something happened, and and I was like, today, like,
Oh,
my
so
It,
embarrassing.
it was like you got the double whammy because like first you get exposed, everyone's like, oh, and then right after it's like the challenge is like, who would you say is the weakest couple? And then everyone writes on their whiteboard. So it was like you and Kira like over and over and over again. It was so bad.
like
It was
Jesus.
so horrible. And then there was questions like, who's the fakest? Who's the, of course it was me. I was like, no, but I'm bad at confrontation. I love taking a risk. I love being flirty,
Yeah.
but then I crumble and I'm the biggest baby when it comes to like addressing stuff like that or having any kind of confrontation. So I'm like a devil in one way, like I want to be cheeky and flirty, but then the next minute I'm like, no, I don't want confrontation. So it's not that I'm fake, I'm just greedy.
No, I like that. I mean, I can understand that. I feel like a lot of people do not like confrontation, but I feel like you would be good at it. Like, I feel like you would be able to really own that. Looks like we lost Leo, but it's fine. We could just keep going. What was your departure like? Yeah, because we don't see you as viewers like get dumped or anything.
Yeah, it was so upsetting. So obviously we done the quarantine before we went in. I was in Fiji for a while and everyone was saying like there's like food poisoning going around and stuff like that. But I was like, thank God I hadn't got it. One of the other contestants got a little bit sick a few days before. So when I first started feeling sick, I was like, oh, it just must be like a stomach bug that's going around. Anyway, it lasted like 3 days and I was really trying to put on a brave face and I had fevers. I was like trying to apply makeup to my face, like sweating. I was like, oh dear. And then
Oh no.
I tried to push through. It was getting really like juicy. I was loving it. I was like crushing on Eyal. I was like, this is going to get spicy now. And then, yeah, after the game, I remember sitting there filming the game. And even though I had all this stress of being exposed and everyone voting me for like the fakestness, I just felt awful. And the next day, the medic took my temperature and my fever was through the roof. So they just took me to hospital and that was it. I expected to come back, but I was just so sick I couldn't come back, which was annoying because it looks now like, oh, I've just been pied and then I've run away. I'm like, this isn't the case. I wanted to be there.
Well, honestly, maybe you could go back. I'm like, I know that Love Island is doing like an All Stars around the corner. If Eyal was going on that, would you go too and like try to like get to know him there?
I mean, I'm going to turn 30 next March. So I feel like 30 is the cutoff for me doing dating reality shows. So, I mean, if it's filmed before March, why not? It could be like the final
Birthday
go.
present.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jesus.
I feel
But
so if you
birthday boyfriend.
Yeah. Was there anyone else other than Eyal that you've seen like come in throughout the season? I know you haven't watched, but maybe looked up the cast that you would have wanted to get to know other than him that was on games?
Not really. I know Mike, but he's like more of a friend.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like loads of the girls were stunning. I would have loved just on a friend level. I think it's so interesting to meet people from other series, hear how their series went and their experience. So I'm kind of gutted I didn't get to meet the girls, and that would have been so fun.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's so like hit or miss with the cast of like who you'd kind of be interested in or not be interested in. And then I feel like your chances come down even more when it's like people all from different countries, because I feel like just the slightest thing could be like, oh, I'm attracted to them or I'm not, or I don't know, just like the way it would all shake out. Was there anything? You go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, it was really, surprising to see like how different the games felt to the original like Love Island. Obviously in that we're all British and there is the game aspect, but I feel like the American cast took the game aspect so seriously and so strategic. They were all helping each other, which I didn't clock until I coupled up with Kira, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, at least I might have been adopted by the Americans. They're going to look after me in the challenges.
Oh my God. I know. And that's been like huge to watch the rest of the season. It's really been like the alliances have stayed really strong. Like, especially the US one has stayed strong. Is there anything?
I love? Ray.
Who?
Have you guys met him?
Ray.
He's such a sweetheart.
I know. I've been telling like any of my friends from the show, like, don't tell me what happens. I don't want to know. Like, I want to watch it in real time. And so last night, like I was texting him when he got sent home and I was like, no, like, because I knew they showed him crying in the preview for the next episode, but I was like, there's just no way he's going home. I couldn't believe it. I still didn't want to believe it.
He's so sweet. And I just love that he shows his emotions. So many guys don't. And I'm like, I rate that.
Yeah. No, I love it. He's like crying. He like whips his mic into the air. Like, it's great.
I didn't even know. Like he was great TV because he'll go hard for the challenges too, but also like keep it like himself the entire time. He doesn't seem like he changes their persona for anybody, which is a great trait to have. But he definitely looked like a lot of fun to like be around with all the people there.
Yeah, you would have liked Ray. Was there anything you would go back and change, like do differently?
Just not getting sick. I can't believe my luck. Like, it was just getting juicy, and then I had to go. I was so fuming. On the plane home, I was just like,
oh. She's sitting with the throw it back, like, wow, it's fucked. But I actually thought that you left because, like, I thought maybe we weren't seeing like all the aftermath that happened from that game. Because like next episode, you're just not there. I was like, she's either like, said I can't do this or got really sick. And then I found out what was happening. I was like, damn, the luck and the timing of that was terrible. Like you said, things were getting juicy. I was like, so where's the build up off of this? And then it just flattened out. I was like, damn.
I know. But I feel like
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. I feel like the word like spread around that you left because you were sick and no one really thought it was because you were like afraid or it was like too much or anything.
I feel like the public think that. I've had a few DMs and people were like, you definitely left because you got pied. I was like, no, I'm stronger than that.
It's not that deep.
I would have got him.
I think there was a big chance. I would have thought that was maybe going to happen.
We'll have to like see on the Instagram stories. I'll just like be out with Eyal and be like, got him.
I'm gonna be clicking through it. I can't wait to go watch for it. and then I'll be like hoping to see you guys on All Stars. But Meghan, thank you so much for coming on today. This has been so fun. To anyone listening, we will link all of Meghan's socials down below so you can go give her a follow. And to anyone listening, please like this video, give a comment down below for Meghan, and subscribe to our channel. And thank you again, Meghan, for coming on. This was really nice.
Thank you, Meghan. Great to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.